Right now, the search continues for a missing Winona woman, what officials are saying this morning. Also, golf season is here, how local golf courses are celebrating the nice weather and start to the season.
And in just in time for those golfing courses, there's going to be mild conditions this weekend with even warmer temperatures next week. I'll break down how warm we might get, including maybe even 80.
Maybe even 80. Do you hear that, folks? Good morning, and thanks for joining us here on Weekend Mornings. I'm Shane Hogan. He's Greg Barnhart. Maybe even 80. Yeah, I like the ring of that.
Yeah, especially areas southwest. La Crosse could get 80, so it's possible coming next week. For this weekend, though, we're going to start off fairly mild, but still we're starting on the upper 30s in southern Wisconsin. You get up to near 40, 37 in Eau Claire right now. So overall, not too bad to start off. It is warmer than we were yesterday, about 5 to 10 degrees. Now up to the north, especially as you go Wausau eastward, we had a little front come through that's kind of provided a little bit of precipitation up there. Some snow that is beginning to taper off, but if you're heading that direction, you could encounter some of that. You look at that's a relative humidity up there, it's 73%, but down here it's much lower. So we're getting mainly clouds, but up to the north, they are getting a little bit of snow up there, but it is beginning to taper off. Big picture wise, not much in the way of cloud cover besides that snow that we're seeing here. The next system as well to the west. Overall, good conditions. Less clouds for this afternoon for La Crosse in the low 60s with a light south wind. Similar for Madison. We'll lose those clouds eventually towards this afternoon, getting around 60, sometime between 12 and 4 with a light south wind. The good news is we're better than the Masters right now because those conditions are not that favorable today. Really not budging much in the upper 40s with rain on and off all day. A little bit better tomorrow. Low 60s. Yeah. But the good news for us, we'll be much better than that.
Yeah,
even next week, we'll be even better.
Yeah, I was just watching the Masters right before we came on here, and the rain was really starting to come down.
It's going to be all day long.
But that is not our problem.
Nope, not our problem. We're good.
All right, Greg. Thank you very much. All right, we're going to start with some breaking news this morning. The Darlington Police Department is looking for a missing and vulnerable man. Police say Sean Barbie of Darlington has been missing since March 23rd. That's when his parents reported him missing. He does not have a car and could be on foot or bike. He is a 25-year-old black man described as 5'11", 160 pounds with black hair and brown eyes. His phone records suggest he could be in the Madison area. He is considered to be a vulnerable adult who is on the autism spectrum. Anyone with information should contact the Darlington Police Department. That number is 608-776-4980. The search also continues for a missing Winona, Minnesota woman. A 26-year-old Madeline Kingsbury was last seen a week ago when she dropped her kids off at daycare, and she was with her partner at the time. Winona police are calling her disappearance suspicious. More than 1,800 people searched for Kingsbury yesterday in all areas of Winona and Fillmore counties, and today the search continues.
Walk your acreage, check your outbuildings, check your vehicles, walk trails, check your cameras, surveillance cameras, doorbell cameras, your trail cameras.
We remain very hopeful that we will bring Maddie back home to her family.
The Winona County Sheriff's Office, City of Winona Police, and Fillmore County Sheriff's Office have organized another mass search for today. They are requesting more volunteers, those 18 and older. New information now, Madison fire teams are investigating a downtown fire. They received multiple calls about someone who caught on fire on Hamilton Street, and that person had serious injuries. Information right now is very limited, so be sure to stay with us as we do learn more. Governor Tony Evers is pardoning nearly 160 more people, most of them for relatively low-level offenses like drug dealing and possession. That extends his record number of pardons to 933 during his time in office. That is easily the most of any Wisconsin governor. With the spring elections now behind us, big changes are coming to the Badger State. For the first time in more than a decade, liberal-leaning justices now hold a majority on the courts. After Dan Kelly lost by double digits for the second time in 3 years and Republicans saw statewide defeats last year, Republican strategist Bill McCoshen says his party has a problem.
They have a statewide problem. They're doing great at the legislative level, in part because they have proactive agendas that voters can identify with. Our statewide candidates haven't been connecting with voters, and that's part of the problem.
Both sides of the political aisle agree on one thing: abortion, yet again, was a major motivating factor in this race. And as long as there's a criminal abortion ban in effect, McCoshen believes Republicans will continue to struggle in statewide elections. Coming up tomorrow on For the Record, our Naomi Cole sits down with Ben Winkler and Mark Jefferson to discuss what went right and wrong for both parties. Well, the recent sunshine and warmth had golfers racing to the green the past few days, and the weather came at the perfect time as golf courses are now open across Madison. McKenna Alexander has more.
Golf courses across Madison are officially open for the season as golfers prepare to hit the links once more.
When the weather's nice, sun's shining, then you can start feeling the warmth. It's a good day for golf.
Friday morning, the countdown to golf season officially came to an end in the city of Madison as golfers returned to the green bright and early.
I couldn't wait for the courses to open. It's been a long winter and you can only practice so much, and I've been chomping at the bit for the courses to get open up, and I'm ready.
For many golfers, hitting the links is a lifetime sport. Don't believe me? Just ask Tim Rice, who just turned 70 years old this week.
I think like a lot of people that take up golf, once you do it, you're hooked. I love being outdoors. I love that it's kind of an individual sport, but you're playing with good friends, and it's just the competition.
And if you've never played a round of golf before, like me, don't hurry, it's not too late to start.
We've got great instruction programming. We've got kids programming all the way up to adult. So great time to start getting involved.
Plus, there's no better time to break out the clubs than now.
I'll be watching the Masters, and it seems like when the Masters week comes up, that's when the golf juices start to flow.
Everybody's excited to get out and hit that first tee shot of the year, make that first par, that first birdie, hopefully. So really kind of an exciting time of year.
With 4 courses across Madison, Yahara Hills, Monona, Glen Golf Park, and Odana Hills, there's no shortage of places to tee off.
It can be enjoyed by anybody, and that's really what we're trying to bring to the City of Madison golf courses, try to make these more reflective of our community and be able to get more people into the game.
In Madison, for News 3 Now, this is McKenna Alexander.
And if you'd prefer to bring your clubs to Odana Hills, the course opens at 8 a.m. today and tomorrow, so they just opened up. And today and tomorrow, all of your Masters coverage. The tournament will be carried right here on CBS. Coverage starts at 10 a.m. both days. And check out this video from the Masters yesterday. Play had to be stopped a few times due to the weather. And then this happened on the 17th hole. A couple of trees come crashing down, sending spectators running. Thankfully, though, no one was hurt, but it was a close call right there on number 17. Those 2 big pine trees coming down at the Masters. Scary situation there. 8:07 around Wisconsin, a 4-year-old child is in the hospital in critical condition after falling into an underground septic tank in Eau Claire County on Thursday. That child had to be rescued by first responders and then rushed to the hospital. The investigation says that the incident was an accident due to a faulty lid on the tank. And a recall notice this morning: Revolution Farms LLC is recalling all products sold under their brand. The Michigan Department of Agriculture says that the brand, which specializes in lettuce and salad mixes, has a high risk of carrying listeria. The products were sold in Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Kentucky, and here in Wisconsin. A Wisconsin teen is recovering after a roof collapse at a concert in Belvedere, Illinois. This happened last Friday when those tornadoes moved through the Rockford area. Joey Kistler of Portage County was one of about 40 people injured in the collapse. 1 person died. A Good Samaritan was able to pull Joey out from underneath the roof that landed on him. With Joey going in and out of consciousness, another concert goer stayed by his side until the medical attention was there to take him to the hospital.
And I basically went through 2 hours of not knowing where he was and that he was dead. He's not paralyzed. He's just injured. He cannot walk right now and has limited only one hand that he can work with right now.
Joey's mom says they have spoken with Justin, who waited by Joey's side outside the theater, but they still don't know who the person was that pulled him out from the rubble. Joey thinks his name was Gary, and whoever that person is, Melissa wants that person to know she is thankful for saving her son's life. Still ahead this morning, we've got all the weekend happenings here in the 608, and you're taking a live look over downtown La Crosse on this Saturday morning. Greg has got the full forecast when we come back.
Channel 3000 Plus. Watch from your streaming media player or mobile device.
Your family's year-round comfort is our year-round commitment at RG Heating and Air Conditioning. We install quality Trane equipment and service all brands so your home's furnace and AC will perform their best year-round. RG Heating and AC.
All right, team, we got a big project coming up. And it all starts with ordering promotional products.
I'm on it. 4imprint makes it easy to get the logoed products you're looking for. The latest in apparel, drinkware, bags, high-tech items, and more. You can be certain of getting it right at 4imprint.com.
Come on out. I'm on it.
4imprint, for certain.
Hey, what are you doing right now? You up for something impetuous? I'm a Palm Springs hotel. I got the desert air, sun-kissed pools, and shady hideaways. I'm looking for someone who can decide on a Friday that a one-night commitment on a Saturday is a fine idea. Maybe you heard of the Rat Pack. They hung out here all the time. So pack a bag, or don't. You could be here in a few hours. Meet me at Hotels.com.
Create your perfect room for entertaining, relaxing, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get 25% off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today.
Patio enclosures.
Need life insurance? SelectQuote found Jacob, 40, a $500,000 policy for only $19 a month. And SelectQuote found his wife, Wendy, a $500,000 policy for only $17 a month.
SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Without the right start to your day, your morning could hit a wall.
Is he okay?
I got it.
Belvita breakfast biscuits are baked with slow-release carbs and provide steady morning energy to help you rise and thrive.
Ubrelvy helps you fight migraine attacks. You won't take a time out. One dose of Ubrelvy quickly stops migraine in its tracks within 2 hours.
Do not take with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Most common side effects were nausea and tiredness.
Ask about Ubrelvy, the anytime, anywhere migraine medicine.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. RG Heating and AC. We'll always treat you like family. Guaranteed.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Yeah, come spring comes the high rivers right now. A lot of them are running pretty quite high, not flood level, but definitely getting closer. And of course, the water still remains cold. Really, it's the Wisconsin River and the Mississippi River that'll be probably something to pay attention to over the next week as more of the snowfall and everything gets into the basin here. But right now, the Wisconsin River has a flood warning right now for Portage, and there's one also for the Black River near Gallsville. That's minor flooding. This is moderate flooding, just barely. I think it's peaked right now. But once again, if you're on this Wisconsin River, you're going to see high rises. The flows are going to be pretty strong, and the temperature is going to be cold, too, over here the next week or two. For today, periods of cloud cover will have that mainly today. We'll have some showers of drizzle come maybe Saturday, Sunday night to Monday AM. That'll be a very light precipitation if we get any. And once again, 60s more warmer tomorrow. The winds will pick up tomorrow, too, and I'll show you why that is for tomorrow. But then it gets really dry and quite warm, actually. 70s near 80. 80 will probably be possible a couple locations, and once again, that will cause more snow melt, so the Mississippi and the Wisconsin probably will remain quite high. The only thing of significance that we're watching is this frontal system that's falling apart over there in Mountain West. That's the one that's going to track over to bring us maybe a chance of some showers or maybe some drizzle Sunday night and Monday. That's really it. That's fairly weak. Very weak system to speak of, but by Monday morning it'll be here. Other than that, there's nothing else downstream that we're really watching until next weekend. For today, really, it's going to be the cloud cover this morning. Eventually, we'll start seeing breaks this afternoon that should allow temperatures to get up into near 60 in southern Wisconsin, low 60s just west of La Crosse. Overnight, we'll should have clear skies, but notice the winds turn around from the south. That should help to keep the temperatures a little bit warmer come tomorrow morning. We should be in the upper 30s near 40, even low to mid 40s as you go further north. And then tomorrow, the winds will pick up. We have that weak system I mentioned that's going to be approaching. So the winds will come up, but we'll also get up to the mid 60s in many locations, 64 in Eau Claire, down to 66 in La Crosse, and 65 in Lone Rock. And here comes that precipitation, just weak waves. Maybe after midnight to Eau Claire, a little bit later, it'll pass through La Crosse with a shower or some drizzle. And then by the time we get to like 7 or 10 a.m. in southern Wisconsin, what's left of that, which is going to be just a lot of cloud cover, we could have a few sprinkles or showers. But notice the temperatures, even Monday, we're still in the 50s come 10 a.m. already, which means by Monday afternoon, when we do get more sun and southwest winds, we're going to be 70s, at least in La Crosse, and approaching 70 probably in the Madison area right now. So that's positive news. All next week, this ridge out west really pulls overhead and just keeps a hold of it. All the unsettled weather will stay the Pacific Northwest, Northern Plains, other than a split flow. It's not until next weekend that we do have a weak little front that'll come through and turn the winds around. But even that's not going to be that impressive with regards to precipitation chances. So we got a nice long stretch of really dry conditions, upper 70s, 3 days in a row probably for the Madison area. And even better for La Crosse, probably hit 80, low 80s potentially, and notice those temperatures overnight. Upper 50s to near 60, could be some record level temperatures overnight. So quite warm, and even the chances next weekend are not that impressive for rain either.
Yeah, it looks like a really comfortable stretch, and you know, a lot of folks are getting ready to get out and golf. We just saw a little story on that.
Planning's going to start coming up pretty good for farming right now, pretty good, so
absolutely.
That's good too.
All right, well, we are going to enjoy this stretch. Greg, thank you. Well, we're going to help you plan your weekend this morning as well. All the nice weather in Stake and some good news that is really starting to feel like spring. So there's a lot to look forward to. First up, we have the 4th annual Flight of Lights that's happening now at Dane County Regional Airport. It's a drive-through light display along International Lane, and whether you're flying out of MSN for spring break or looking for fun, free activities closer to home, the airport has you covered. Flight of Lights is free of charge and runs through April 16th. You can support local farmers this weekend at the final late winter Dane County Farmers Market at Garvard Feed Mill. It's happening from 8 a.m. to noon today, so they just opened up about 15 minutes ago. It's a great chance for you to do your weekly grocery shopping while supporting our local makers. And more good news, Saturday mornings on the Square return next weekend, so there's another sign of warmer weather ahead. Also happening, of course, it is Easter weekend, and you can spring into action with the Cottontail Classic. This is happening today at 9 a.m. at McGaw Park. You can join the fun for an excellent 5K or 10K run walk, followed by an Easter egg hunt for all the kiddos to enjoy. And the Easter Bunny will also be there in attendance for photos and to wish you all a very happy Easter. And the 5th annual Easter egg hunt in Sauk City happening today as well. It is free to attend. This goes from 11 to 1 p.m. All ages are welcome, but the egg hunt is for those 10 and under. There are a lot of vendors there also serving up baked goods and coffee. Well, down in Rock County, it was baseball night as the Beloit Sky Carp opened their season last night. This is the team's 2nd full year in their new ABC Supply Stadium along the Rock River. The team tells us they broke an attendance record last year, and they hope to break that record this year. Last night's weather sure helped, making the first night at the evenings at the ballpark this summer.
You know, really tonight is about just kind of pure baseball and welcoming people back in. And then this weekend we've got, you know, temperatures in the upper 60s, which is, you know, it's Wisconsin. It's early April. This doesn't happen. So we're super lucky and just excited to welcome people back into the ballpark.
Everyone's pumped up for the nice weather, and we are told this year there are new food options at the ballpark. That includes shrimp tacos and a new jumbo hot dog, in addition to all of the classic ballpark favorites. It's 8:18 coming up this morning, a legal fight over a popular abortion medication. And there are several new shows and movies to check out this weekend. Will Loper shares his picks in 3 things to watch.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture at Wanakee Furniture ETC, the #1 Smith Brothers dealer in the nation. That's right, per square footage, we sell more Smith Brothers than anyone else. So let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy and water providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Could you keep it down? Oh, hey, sorry. I can't stop these kids from rocking, but I can help you replace all this. Rock on! With free installation on Felco windows, siding, doors, and roofing, plus no money down, no payments, and no interest for 1 year. There's never been a better time to upgrade your home. This offer won't last long. Hurry. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Felco.
There's a reason big dental bills often come as a shock, because sometimes you don't realize what's not covered until you get the bill. That's why affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual is important. It can give you benefits that go beyond what you get from more limited coverage plans. Because no one likes a big dental bill, especially if you're retired or on a fixed income. For a free information kit, call or go online now. This isn't some discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps cover over 350 procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures, at any dentist you want. Dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company helps cover preventive care, basic work, and major procedures, with no deductibles and no annual maximum. For your free information kit with all the details, call now or visit sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Turn on Bionic Spotlight Extreme 360, the motion-activated home defense light that looks just like a security camera. It detects even the slightest motion and automatically triggers 6 ultra-bright LED high beams. Call or go online and order your Bionic Extreme 360 for just $19.99. Plus, get free shipping on your entire order.
To order, call 1-800-501-5956 or go online to buybionic360.com. Call now.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture at Wanakee Furniture ETC, the #1 Smith Brothers dealer in the nation. That's right, per square footage, we sell more Smith Brothers than anyone else. So let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Yeah, we're looking for a nice Easter weekend, but still more clouds today. We'll have more sun this afternoon. Mild temperatures, 60s. We could have a little bit of a shower or drizzle come Sunday night or early Monday morning. Not a big deal, but something to keep in mind of. But then next week, dry with 70s, maybe even low 80s. For today, going to be around 60 in Madison to 60 Eau Claire, 61 in La Crosse, a little bit warmer as you go further southwestern Wisconsin. Otherwise, tonight should be in the upper 30s in southern Wisconsin, near 40 or low 40s in Eau Claire or La Crosse. Sets up a very nice day. More breezy conditions tomorrow, mid-60s, low to mid-60s, 67 in La Crosse, maybe getting close to 70 a few spots. But then overall, the big picture coming next week is the upper 70s near 80 for Madison. That Wednesday, Thursday timeframe could be quite warm into Friday. And La Crosse, we could be in the low 80s come Wednesday and Thursday or even Friday. And that next chance of rain that we're looking for next weekend probably will hold off until Sunday, and it's not that big of a shot. So definitely enjoy this nice stretch of weather.
Will indeed. All right, Greg, thank you. Well, there's clearly no shortage of films and shows streaming nowadays. Our Will Loper shares a few of the best in this weekend's 3 Things to Watch.
Good morning, boys and girls.
Newly streaming on Paramount Plus is the series Grease, Rise of the Pink Ladies.
There are a lot of kids in Rydell who are sick of feeling like they're not welcome here.
I know what it feels like to not be like the others.
Set 4 years before the movie Grease, the musical show follows 4 outcasts at Rydell High, making their stamp on the world.
We have to think big, really change things. Everyone already
Everybody thinks we're such bad girls.
Watch out, fellas. It's a girl game.
We're not girls, we're ladies.
The first episode of Grease Rise of the Pink Ladies is streaming on Paramount Plus now.
My life is a mess. My husband kicked me out a few days ago.
Newly streaming on Hulu is the series Tiny Beautiful Things.
How did I get so far from the person I wanted to be? What would I tell my 22-year-old self?
Kathryn Hahn stars as Claire, a woman whose life is falling apart. But when she takes on the role of an advice columnist, she finds a way to help others.
I want so much for you, but you're not going to get any of it if you don't want it for yourself. What does it mean to heal? To move on? To let go?
All 8 episodes of Tiny Beautiful Things are streaming on Hulu now.
You'll be working for the most innovative company in history.
And newly streaming on MGM Plus is the film The Portable Door.
We control their gut instincts.
Mid-range coincidences.
Is that what you do here? Make people fall in love?
Oh, thank you so much.
That's why she's in our fast-track program, and you, Paul, are not.
Christoph Waltz and Sam Neill star in the movie about an intern who starts a job at a mysterious company and discovers a door that can transport him anywhere.
A portable door. When you fail, there are no words to describe what Mr. Wells will do to you.
This company is at war with itself.
The Portable Door is streaming on MGM Plus now. Those are the 3 things you need to watch, and this is Will Loper for Weekend Mornings.
Our thanks to Will Loper as always. Coming up next this morning, more on the Pentagon's investigation into leaked secret documents showing U.S. support for Ukraine.
Create your perfect room for entertaining, relaxing, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get 25% off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today. Patio enclosures.
Denver Mattress has always believed in investing right here with American-made mattresses, built with unrivaled quality, and sold at factory direct prices. Because improving your sleep life should always be easy and affordable. And during the 3-day sale, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Check out the Doctor's Choice Plush for only $699.99. Or get a $300 gift when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic. Plus 4 years no interest and free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
Looks like they finally got rid of that trip hazard. They pump it full of mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Where are the patched holes? Where's the splashed mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Concrete lifting technologies can quickly raise and level any concrete surface using cutting-edge foam technology made in Wisconsin. Fast and accurate and eco-friendly.
How did those guys do it? Where are the holes? Where's the mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
From working out to catching up, and of course, game night. Your home is the groundwork for all of life's awesome moments. This is Tom Coyle. My family and I say thank you. We're proud to have been a part of this community for 78 years. And during our 78th anniversary event, carpet installation is just $78. Coyle Carpet One Floor and Home. Beautiful, made affordable. Locally owned and operated since 1945.
Do you have an idea for an invention, but you don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp. They've been helping inventors for 35 years. Call today for free information.
Call 800-550-5543.
All right, team. We got a big project coming up. And it all starts with ordering promotional products.
I'm on it. 4imprint makes it easy to get the logoed products you're looking for. The latest in apparel, drinkware, bags, high-tech items, and more. You can be certain of getting it right at 4imprint.com.
Come on out. I'm on it.
4imprint for certain. We make sit-down chicken, stand-up chicken, backyard chicken, oops chicken, and all smiles chicken. If there's one thing we know, it's chicken, chicken, and chicken. More choices, more wow, more to love. Tyson.
Okay, everyone, our mission is complete balanced nutrition. Together, we provide nutrients to support immune, muscle, bone, and heart health.
Ensure with 25 vitamins and minerals, and Ensure Complete with 30 grams of protein.
Right now, the legal fight over abortion continues, this time over a popular medication. Where things stand right now.
And we're looking at good conditions generally for this Easter weekend with 60 degrees, but even better next week with dry conditions, and few locations may approach or even exceed 80 degrees.
Good morning, everyone, and thanks for waking up with us here on Weekend Mornings. I'm Shane Hogan. Hope your Saturday's off to a nice start. Let's send it over to Greg Barnhart. He's got a check on the forecast for us, and there's some good-looking numbers in that forecast, Greg.
Yeah, generally this weekend should be good. We're going to start off today with cloud cover right now, and we'll lose some of that. But currently you're looking at about the upper 30s, southern Wisconsin, 38 in La Crosse, 37. We haven't seen these numbers budge too much, generally with that southeast wind. But we do have that cloud cover that's kind of keeping things a little bit in a hold. But still, we're looking at 5 to 10 degrees above what we were yesterday. This will even change tomorrow. It'll even be warmer than we were right now. We had that little weak warm front that kind of provided a little bit of snow really east of Wausau to Green Bay. This is the one that's actually digging southeast. That's kind of providing our cloud cover. A lot of this is not reaching the ground. If we zoom in, you can see these are visibility right now. As you see, nothing really is reaching the ground. This is just actually just a loft because it's too dry. But anyway, we're going to have that cloud cover, at least for the time being, and then we'll start losing it later in this afternoon. So overall, we'll get up to about 60 through this afternoon for Madison. Eventually, by the time we get past noon, we'll start seeing more sun and then clear skies as we get towards the evening. La Crosse will see the clearing skies a little bit earlier, higher temperatures, and they'll get back into around the low 60s too. The good news is we're seeing much better conditions in the Masters. I think right now they're 48 degrees. They're light rain, 3 miles, coming down quite good. That's not going to improve all day. The good news is it improves a little bit tomorrow, but our golfing weather is really good, and I'll explain how much better it even is next week a little bit later in the broadcast.
All right, Greg, thank you. Well, everyone is safe after a false call of an active shooter went out on the University of Oklahoma's campus on Friday. Last night, the OU campus safety Twitter account sent out an alert saying there was an active shooter on the Norman campus. However, it was later said by police to have been, quote, a bogus call. The police chief there, Nate Tarver, spoke to reporters saying that there was no evidence of any shots being fired and that a confetti cannon going off was the likely cause of the false call. The chief went on to say there is no threat at this time. More than 20 years after it was first approved by the FDA, a federal judge in Texas has now halted the approval of the abortion pill mifepristone, the most common method of abortion here in the U.S. But separately, on Friday, a different judge in Washington state issued a decision upholding the drug. Bradley Blackburn has the latest on the legal fight that could be coming next.
The abortion pill mifepristone has been used in the U.S. for decades, but on Friday, federal judge Matthew Kazmierek, a Trump appointee in Amarillo, Texas, stayed the FDA's approval after challengers claimed the process was improper and a risk to patients. While the judge gave the government 7 days to appeal, abortion rights supporters slammed the ruling.
This decision is clearly about ideology and politics. It's not about science and medicine.
But in a separate case in Washington state Friday, a different federal judge appointed by President Obama said the government can't restrict access to the drug. Mifepristone is currently available by mail, even in states where abortion procedures are illegal. Legal experts say, at least for now, nothing will change.
I would say that there's a possibility that pharmacies can continue to provide mifepristone and abortion clinics can continue to provide mifepristone even without FDA approval.
The Biden administration has already filed its notice of appeal in the Texas case.
It is contrary to what makes for good public health policy to allow courts and politicians to tell the FDA what it should do.
The dueling rulings set up a potential legal showdown that could wind up before the Supreme Court, which overturned Roe v. Wade last June. The Texas decision is energizing anti-abortion rights groups.
We are encouraged that the federal judiciary is finally taking a look at the approval of mifepristone and really holding the FDA to account.
The FDA argued the drug went through a 4-year approval process, and 99.9% of patients are treated without any adverse reaction. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
In a statement late last night, President Biden called the ruling, quote, an unprecedented step in taking away basic freedoms from women and putting their health at risk. He said his administration will fight the ruling. Developing this morning, the Pentagon is investigating how secret documents outlining U.S. support for an upcoming Ukrainian counteroffensive began popping up on social media. The documents showed secret American and NATO plans for building up the Ukrainian military. Pentagon officials also say the documents appear to be doctored, showing fewer Russian casualties and more Ukrainian casualties. That's leading some to question whether it was Russia itself that leaked them.
If I had to make a guess, it would be that it was more likely a Russian disinformation campaign as opposed to some sort of espionage undertaking.
The leaked documents do not provide specific battle plans or mention when and where Ukraine intends to launch the offensive, which American officials say is likely in the next month or so. Chinese warplanes are circling Taiwan as China launches the first of 3 days of military drills around its island neighbor. The dramatic display of force comes days after Taiwan's president met with House Speaker Kevin McCarthy in California, despite repeated threats from Beijing. China's calling the drills United Sharp Sword. It says they're meant to be a serious warning against the Taiwan separatist forces, who it claims are colluding with external forces. Shortly after the announcement, Taiwan said it detected 42 Chinese warplanes over the Taiwan Strait, which separates the island from China's mainland. While still ahead, can the Brewers' hot start continue? We've got the highlights coming up next.
Your family's year-round comfort is our year-round commitment at RG Heating and Air Conditioning. We install quality Trane equipment and service all brands so your home's furnace and AC will perform their best year-round. RG Heating and AC.
I've always been a storyteller. I capture those beautiful moments, things other people miss. My health took an unexpected turn, but my care team put my needs in focus, designing solutions to support my ambitions. Now that's just a footnote in my journey, a small part of a story that's still being written. UW Health, remarkable.
Hey man, you could save hundreds for safe driving with Liberty Mutual. They customize your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Woo! We gotta go again.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. This is Beth. She's in an endless aisle of flat pack furniture she'll never have time to assemble. What Beth really needs is a break from the DIY with my new Calvin bedroom. She'll love the gorgeous detail on the stylish chevron headboard. In stunning white and calming gray finishes, the 5-piece set still only costs $9.99. And with Bobtastic delivery, she can get white glove unpacking, assembly, trash removal, and more. Why do more when you can spend less and get more? Take a break. Spring break at Bob's Discount Furniture.
Need life insurance? SelectQuote found Jacob, 40, a $500,000 policy for only $19 a month. And SelectQuote found his wife Wendy, a $500,000 policy for only $17 a month.
SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Just where do you two think you're going without your safety gear?
You know how we feel about riding without your gear.
Well, it's so nice out.
We're only going for a short ride.
Maybe we should listen to them more often.
I told you so.
And be home on time for dinner.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. RG Heating and AC. We'll always treat you like family. Guaranteed.
A record-breaking spring election.
I am so excited for Wisconsin and for Madison tonight.
Judge Janet Protasiewicz will become the next Supreme Court Justice in Wisconsin.
We did it! We did it!
News 3 Now First Warn Weather. Trust the experience of Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti and the First Warn Weather team to help you plan your day and alert you whenever and wherever you need it. First Warn Weather, keeping you ahead of the storms.
Yeah, we're dealing with cloud cover this morning, but we'll see more sun this afternoon. Right now, temperatures are mainly in the 30s to near 40 across Wisconsin. But you can see there's your cloud cover. It's mainly mid-clouds. It'll begin to break up here slowly this afternoon. You can see temperatures eventually getting up to the low 60s for La Crosse. Otherwise, Madison also will see the cloud cover, and then around 60 this afternoon with those south winds beginning to pick up. So a little bit more comfortable day. The good news is for Easter looks even better. I think southerly winds will pick up, so we should see mid-60s in the afternoon. You can see your temperatures by 4 p.m. 64. For La Crosse, similar with the conditions for tomorrow with the peeps there. We should be in the low to mid 60s in the afternoon with more cloud cover in the afternoon and breezy conditions, but all in all, a very nice forecast. It gets even better next week, and I'll show you that a bit later in the broadcast.
All right, Greg, thank you. After opening the season with a loss at Wrigley, the Brewers quickly adjusted and have been unbeatable since. 5 straight wins and the homestand continuing this weekend as the Crew get ready for their first home divisional series. The Cardinals in town for 3 games, and it was a quiet start to the opener, but then the bats heating up in the third. Runners on the corners for Rowdy Tellez. Sac fly plates the first run of the game. And that's just the start. Garrett Mitchell's hot streak continuing. RBI single makes it a 2-run ball game. And between Brandon Woodruff's hot start and a solid showing from the bullpen, the Crew get another shutout, 4-0 in this one. Having already locked up the Eastern Conference's #1 seed this week, several Bucks sat out against the Grizzlies. But before the game, Giannis was honored for everything that he's achieved this season, becoming the franchise leader in points and assists, plus most games played by a Buck. To the action now, Jay Crowder not missing 4 of 5 from 3. He finishes the game with 24 points. Lindell Wigington had a team-high 25, but the Bucks dropped this one 137 to 114. Day 2 yesterday at Augusta National. Brooks Koepka owning this round. He entered the day in a 3-way tie atop the leaderboard, but a clean outing, which included 3 birdies and an eagle. Sitting 12 under overall. Round 2 did get suspended due to weather, and that is already started to pick up this morning. The suspended play from yesterday already back out there officially before moving day. And Tiger is doing his best to make the cut, currently at 2 over. And you can watch all the Masters this weekend right here on CBS. And it's hard to replace a guy like Nick Herbig on the Wisconsin defense, but the Badger outside linebacker wasn't the team leader in sacks and TFLs, but Herbig also led the Big Ten in those categories as well. That's a lot of production to replace. But UW's new outside linebacker coach, Matt Mitchell, doesn't plan on doing it with just one guy. It's a committee thing, and his group of backers know what the standard for the group is come September.
I don't want there to be a drop-off as far as production, and I feel like CJ feels the same way. Obviously, we weren't as productive as we wanted to be last season, but I don't feel like that'll be the case this season. They're giving us more opportunity, I feel like. We got a lot of opportunity to just be ball players, and I feel like we're going to take advantage of that.
There's a lot of pressure and opportunities on the outside linebackers. You know, I tell the guys they got to be kind of 5-tool players. They got to set edges in the run game. They got to be able to, pressure off the edge.
Still ahead this morning, an in-depth look at how a springtime favorite is grown. And you're taking a live look over the Capitol this morning. Greg tracking that warm-up headed our way when we come back.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Save big this Easter weekend, Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Cooked smoked ham portions, just $1.49 a pound. Bird's Eye steamed fresh vegetables, just 88 cents. And 5 pounds of potatoes, only $1.99. Only at Hy-Vee.
We've got your back, road warriors. Because we know you're picking up the pace. Steering life at 10 and 2. You're hitting the road. And we're helping you get there with confidence. So skip the counter without missing a beat. Choose any car in the aisle and be the boss of you. Go national. Go like a pro.
From working out to catching up, and of course, game night. Your home is the groundwork for all of life's awesome moments. This is Tom Coyle. My family and I say thank you. We're proud to have been a part of this community for 78 years. And during our 78th anniversary event, carpet installation is just $78. Coyle Carpet One Floor and Home. Beautiful, made affordable. Locally owned and operated since 1945.
All right, team. We got a big project coming up. And it all starts with ordering promotional products.
I'm on it. 4imprint makes it easy to get the logoed products you're looking for. The latest in apparel, drinkware, bags, high-tech items, and more. You can be certain of getting it right at 4imprint.com.
Come on out. I'm on it.
4imprint for certain.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brux Night Guard. Now the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to bruxnightguard.com and order yours today.
Save big this Easter weekend, Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. 8-ounce New York strips, just $5.99. Nabisco crackers, just $1.99. And 6-pack Pepsi products, only $2.75 each when you buy 4. Only at Hy-Vee.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Yeah, area rivers and creeks have been rose about the last few weeks just because of the amount of rain and now snow melt. But still, the Wisconsin and Mississippi rivers are going to pay attention here the next several days as the snow continues to melt, especially next week. Right now, all the conditions, really, the only moderate level right now is the Wisconsin River near Portage. They have a warning right now for moderate flooding. It's just barely at that stage, but I would expect further downstream to at least be action, which is yellow, maybe some minor flooding, and then Black River up near Galesville is the other flood warning right now. But assume we'll see more rises, especially in the main rivers like the Mississippi and Wisconsin, where the snow continues to feed into it. For today, we'll have periods of cloud cover, maybe a shower coming in or drizzle coming in Sunday night or Monday morning. I'll explain that, what's going to be the result of that. 60s today, more 60s tomorrow. The winds will pick up. It'll be a better day tomorrow than it is today just with the cloud cover. But then it really gets real warm from Tuesday through Friday. Dry 70s, 80s possible, low 80s. Overnight lows could be record level in the 50s. And once again, Mississippi and Wisconsin River could continue to see rise as that snow up to the north starts to melt more. The only significant system that's going to bring that precipitation, like I mentioned, maybe Sunday night, early Monday, is that weak system out west that's going to begin to push east over time and eventually pass through Sunday night or Monday morning. Not going to be a significant system, but it really is the only meaningful weather we got probably until about next Saturday. For the main time for today, we'll start losing that cloud cover this afternoon, so we should see temperatures then rise up into about the upper 50s near Madison, near 60, or the upper 50s near LeClaire too, as we get more sunshine further southwest. They could get a little bit warmer. Overnight, clear skies, but you notice the winds begin to turn around the south. That system that I mentioned is going to begin to approach. They'll keep the temperatures up in the upper 30s. You wake up near 40 at La Crosse and Eau Claire. And then in the afternoon, the winds even increase more out of the south, which will allow everyone to get into the 60s, maybe even approaching 70 by the afternoon hours. But notice the cloud cover will start picking up Sunday evening. And then maybe after midnight, you'll see a few showers near Eau Claire. A few hours later, towards morning, you'll see it come through La Crosse with a few showers or drizzle. And then what's left of it after about 7 or 8 in the morning, it'll pass through southern Wisconsin with not much going on. But once again, we could see a shower, some drizzle to deal with. But then the good news, by Monday afternoon, look at all those 70s, low 70s, even warmer conditions. So definitely will be a nice way to start the work week. For the entire next week, this ridge that's been out to us, it's going to park overhead and really going to situate over us for quite a bit of time. It's not until we get to about Saturday or Sunday that we have a weak system. You can see the temperatures drop right there towards next weekend that we might see a little bit of showers and get back to normal. But in the meantime, enjoy these temperatures because we're going to see upper 70s for maybe a 3-day stretch for Madison all the way through Friday or Saturday. It's even better probably for La Crosse. They could get into the low 80s in a couple of those days. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Breezy conditions, and once again, the next chance of rain that basically now it's really Sunday of next week is not that great either. but we will probably cool back to where we should be, which is about the low 60s, but still nice.
We were, you know, making such a big deal about just a few weeks ago how we got that foot of snow at the end of March, right at the beginning of April. Now we're looking at 80 degrees, might need to turn the AC on. I mean,
I don't know that far.
Come on now. But I mean,
just open a window up.
What a stretch of weather. It'd be nice to have a little calm stretch here, I'm sure.
It is. Yeah. It's nice to have calm, but we may get back into it towards the end of April again.
All right, Greg, thank you. Well, if you've ever wondered how the date of Easter is determined, it's the first Sunday after the first full moon after the vernal equinox, or the beginning of spring. Easter lilies are symbols of the season, but for growers, getting them to flower on time is a moving target every year. Our Susan Simon visited one of the largest growers in our area, Didier Greenhouses in Rockford, where she learned that timing is everything.
Spring is in full bloom at Didier Greenhouses. The tulips, hydrangeas, pansies, and never-ending rows of potted plants are all waiting to grace the garden. But at this time of the year, the star of the show is the trumpet-shaped Easter lily, a symbol of resurrection and renewal. The Didier family has been growing them here for over 70 years.
My grandpa started it back in the 1947, 46. He had a florist downtown, and they started the greenhouse to grow cut flowers for the florist. Then my uncle and the 5 brothers and the 2 sisters and another brother worked at the florist. So it's been in our family for a long time.
How busy is the Easter season for you?
It's pretty busy because it happens all in a short 2-week window, so it's all compressed. So we got like over about 250 customers, wholesale and retail, and everybody wants their stuff at the same time.
And well, and the tricky thing about Easter is the date changes every year.
Yes.
So how do you know when these lilies will be ready to bloom at Easter time?
I pretty much order the bulbs in the summertime in July. We get our shipment, depending on Easter, around the end of October. So we plant them then. We cool them for 40 days. You don't want to overcool them, you don't want to undercool them. Then you bring them out after, we try to bring them out after Christmas, after the poinsettias are gone, because that's when we got room. Then you count how many leaves are left to unfold.
Okay.
And then you can go by a little chart that they send and say, okay, you need to run the temperature at 68 to make this date.
Wow. And do you always hit the mark?
Well, there's always some that are behind, and there's always some that are ahead. But overall, we'd probably make 95% of them. Yeah. The difficult part is staging it for Easter. So we have like our hot tin over there that we push lilies that are a little bit tighter so we can make it on Easter.
So you're warming it up,
and
forcing the flowers
to come quicker,
to bloom.
Right. And then we have huge coolers that we put the ones that came early in too.
So if you're buying an Easter lily,
right,
what do you want to be looking for?
Well, you want to make sure it's nice and healthy and green and the leaves go down.
Mm-hmm.
You want to make sure you got a good bud count, because the more buds, the more flowers you're going to get.
Okay.
So they'll last longer that way.
How long do the flowers last?
A lot depends on temperature. So if it's warmer, it's going to only last maybe a week or 2. If it's cool, you can have one like at 45 or whatever for probably 3 to 4 weeks.
Where will all of these lilies go?
I'd say most of our lilies nowadays go to a florist. Then they sell them to the churches, their local churches.
And stores. And your lilies go all over the state?
Yes, we go from Madison, Wisconsin. We go over to Dubuque, Quad Cities, Bloomington, Chicago. So we cover a pretty large radius.
Do you love Easter or you do dread Easter?
It's a love-hate relationship. It's, I mean, it's a nice time and all that, but it's a lot of headaches because you got to hit that window. We're in the business to bring happiness. That's my motto here, is we grow plants to bring peace and happiness to customers.
That was our Susan Simon reporting. The bulbs for almost all of the Easter lilies in the United States come from the same small region in Oregon in the Pacific Northwest Didier Greenhouses is on West State Street in Rockford. For more information, you can find them at didiergreenhouses.com. Coming up next, it's as close as you can get in a political race. The tight race for one local alderperson. We're back after this.
Your family's year-round comfort is our year-round commitment at RG Heating and Air Conditioning. We install quality Trane equipment and service all brands so your home's furnace and AC will perform their best year-round. RG Heating and AC.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you.
So it's crispy outside, flaky inside. Let us take care of you.
With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you. Thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Do you have an idea for an invention, but you don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp. They've been helping inventors for 35 years. Call today for free information.
Call 800-550-5543.
You've got places to be, things to do, goals to crush. So at Basecamp Fitness, we pack 50 minutes worth of calorie burn into just 35. How do we do it? By switching between 60-second intervals of air bike cardio and strength training to keep the workout and your progress moving forward fast, no matter what level you're at. Now through April 19th, get 2 weeks free. Visit any of our 3 Madison locations or basecampfitness.com.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. RG Heating and AC. We'll always treat you like family. Guaranteed.
Mission Unstoppable, Saturday morning at 9.
Finally this morning, an election in Madison has been called by just 1 vote. Early results showed that Noah Lieberman beat Isidore Knox Jr. by 2 votes. However, during the certification process, Knox received 1 more vote, cutting Lieberman's lead in half. Knox is expected to request a recount, but this all goes to show just how important voting is and that every vote counts. It does not get closer than that, folks. All right, before we go on this Saturday morning, Greg, how about one more check of the weather?
I know elections have been decided by a coin flip sometimes.
Yeah,
when they've
that's
been
right.
tied,
That's
so
right.
It's been pretty close. Overall, we're going to see more clouds this morning, but it's more sun this afternoon. Still 60s, even better tomorrow with more sun and mid-60s for most areas, upper 60s, 70s next week. There's your temperatures for today, near 60 near Madison, Eau Claire, around 60, La Crosse 61. Tonight, not as cold, upper 30s, low 40s, and even better tomorrow. Upper 60s for most locations with more sun and more wind. And there is your temperatures for Madison. Look at the upper 70s for a stretch. Normal should be about 56. And La Crosse could be a couple 80s coming next week too.
Unbelievable. I hope everyone can get out and enjoy the warm-up. I certainly will be. Thanks for joining us here. We'll see you here tomorrow.